So, Dad, what's something that you remember about growing up as a kid?
Well, like I said, during the summers we used to spend a lot of time down at the pier of the Kaniwe Yacht Club, which was right below our home. The pier extended to the edge of the reef, so we could fish from the edge of the pier in the morning, and then after lunch we could swim from the same spot. So that's how we spent most of our summer days when we were young.
Was that the Heiakea Pier or?
The Kaniwe Yacht Club pier, which moved to Kokokahi.
Oh, okay.
After we were 12 years old, we all usually found some kind of work during the summer and on weekends. And when we were young, the hygienic, they used to raise cattle. I forgot the name of the outfit, but we used to work for them and take care of our fencing and little things.
Was that here in Kanioi?
Yeah, it was here in Kaniwa in the Windward side.
Oh. So everybody kind of had to find jobs by the time they were 12?
Yes,
So
after
those
12, and in the mornings, my brother and I took care of the Honey's Inn yard in the morning and after school. We'd sweep the front portion of the Honey's Inn, and then after school we'd sweep the front and then rake the backyard and do any type of weeding. And that was usually our Saturday job also. If we didn't do that, we'd find a Saturday job cleaning someone's yard. But Saturday was usually a work day for us after we were 12 years old.
So not like today where the kids go off and play and do sports. Everybody had to work on Saturdays.
That's right.
um, how'd you decide what you wanted to do, or when you went to college and?
Well, Uncle Mike went to Mid-Pacific because Reverend Goro talked our parents into sending him to MPI during his senior year because he was so smart. So he went to MPI during his senior year and then on to college from there. And he made sure that we studied enough to go to college.
Who was that? Your dad or Reverend?
Uncle Mike.
Oh, Uncle Mike
Yeah.
checked up on everybody since he was the oldest.
That's right. After my sophomore year, all I wanted to do was play baseball for the school. And during my first day turning out for baseball, the coach slapped my head. So I went home and told my mom that I wanted to go to MPI. I didn't want to stay at Ben Parker because I had no chance of playing baseball. Uncle Mike got me a working scholarship at Mid-Pacific. So from my sophomore year, I went to Mid-Pacific and worked in the kitchen for a part-time scholarship, and then got to play baseball at Mid-Pacific. And from there on, I went to the University of Hawaii and took advanced ROTC because I knew that after our junior year, if you took advanced ROTC, we'd get a free trip to the mainland for ROTC training, and I wanted to see the mainland. And fortunately, I liked the Air Force because I was always interested in airplanes and was able to get into the first Air Force ROTC program at the University of Hawaii. And because of ROTC, I had to spend my first 2 years after college in the Air Force. I wanted to fly, but I couldn't because of my eyes, but later on found out that I could fly as a navigator as long as my eyes were at least 20/50, which it was. So before my 2-year commitment was over, I applied for navigator training and got into navigator school
What-
and stayed in the Air Force because I became a navigator.
What was one of the most exciting things you think you did while you were in the Air Force, or most fun?
Oh, I was traveling, seeing all the different countries.
Like, what countries did you visit?
I visited almost all the Asian nations and France and Germany and Libya
Wow.
as a navigator. Of course, later on I got to see more of them when it became my career. So before my time was up, I applied for indefinite status and was able to make the Air Force my career.
And then you had mentioned that you played baseball at Mid-Pac, and but you didn't just play baseball. You're on that Mid-Pacific Owls Wall of Champions. Well, how did they select those people?
Let's see. Oh, it was probably because I was one of the few that made ILH All-Star during my, I guess it was my senior year. I'm not too sure.
And then you went on to play at the University of Hawaii?
Yes, I got to play baseball while going to the University of Hawaii.
Were you there at the same time as Uncle Wayne?
Yes.
Is that so? Is that how you guys met too, or how he met Auntie?
Oh, Uncle Wayne started dating Auntie Helen from when he was a senior at Benjamin Parker.
Oh,
He was the all athlete, just like Uncle Jeff. They played quarterback in football, guard, I guess, in basketball, and Uncle Wayne was a catcher, and Uncle Jeff was outfielder. They played 3 sports,
wow.
all first string. And Auntie Helen was a song leader, and just like Auntie Denise. And both of them, I think, were seniors, and they dated Auntie Helen and Auntie Denise when they were a judge, freshmen. So I think that's the only boyfriends they ever had. They weren't like me.
You dated a lot of people?
Oh yeah.
How did you meet Mom?
I met Mom in college. Fortunately for me, we were both taking recreation in college. She was very popular, so I never dated her until my senior year. I knew who she was, but I found out that her boyfriend was the best athlete on the baseball team, is Dick Kitamura. But Dick Kitamura went to the mainland, so I finally dated Mom during my senior year. Because when I met her my freshman year, I found out, oh no, so they told me she's going with Dick Kitamura. Since asking her out.
So, things are so different now. Is there what would be something that you would want to say, to the younger kids that stands out for you, or something you'd want them to, remember about you?
Well, after the service, teaching was what I wanted to do, and I got into teaching. And my big thing was trying to get the students to find a good job or get into something that they wanted, like going to college, becoming a doctor, or else, like I told a few of them, if you don't know what you want to do, join the service, especially if you can join the Air Force, and they'll teach you something, you know. So a couple of them did, and one of them in later years came and says, "Don't you remember, Mr. Okihiro, you told me join the Air Force because I didn't know what to do." And that's what I did. And I liked it, and I put in my 20 years.
Wow.
But that was my big thing, just trying to get the students a good job, or train for a good job, or go to college to do something that they wanted to do. And I enjoyed that. So I was fortunate because I wanted to fly, I got to fly, and I wanted to teach, and I got to teach. So I did everything that I wanted to do because I could coach baseball when I was teaching.
Mm.
And I played baseball or softball throughout my Air Force career.
So it sounds like you enjoyed working a lot with the young, with kids and young people too, and not just through the teaching, but with the coaching. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Mhm. No, it was a lot of satisfaction working with young people and trying to guide them into something that they would enjoy later on.
And if you just had to pick one thing that's a lot different now than it was back then, it could be good or bad, what do you think is the biggest difference between you, where you were growing up, and how things are now?
I don't think there's that much difference because you can still get into what you want to by either going to school or finding, work that you enjoy.
So technology, the different things with technology, that's not something that's major for you. You're more about working with people and what you do with your life?
Yeah, no, but today most people have to learn a lot about computers, which wasn't so during my days. And I think that's something that I think all young people have to learn today. I still don't know enough about computers, but I know it's necessary for the younger people.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for talking with me, Dad.